Hello everyone, myself Hitesh Gamit, working as an assistant professor at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari, which is also known as MGTER, Navsari. In last video lecture, we discussed about the basic construction of three-phase induction motor and working principle of three-phase induction motor. Today we will discuss about slip equivalent circuit and torque equation of three-phase induction motor. Let's see. Flow of contents. The first one is what is slip. Second one is equivalent circuit of three-phase induction motor. And third one is torque equation of three-phase induction motor. Now next is what is slip. Here we can see the demonstration of induction motor in which the rotor rotates inside the motor. Also we can see the speed of stator magnetic field, which is indicated by ns, where ns is synchronous speed and the speed of rotor is indicated by nr. Let's see in detail. The induction motor always runs below the synchronous or full load speed, and the relative difference between the synchronous speed and speed of rotation is known as slip, which is indicated by S. Mathematically, the slip S is equal to ns minus n divided by ns, where the n is equal to actual speed of rotor while ns is equal to the synchronous speed of rotating magnetic field produced in air gap, which is given by ns is equal to 120 f by p, where f is equal to supply frequency and p is the number of poles of machine. Slip is the dimensional less quantity. The value of slip is always less than 1 for induction motor. So the slip varies between 0 to 1 for induction motor. Slip is never 0 in induction motor because the 0 slip means that rotor speed is equal to the synchronous speed. If rotor is rotating at synchronous speed in direction of rotating magnetic field, there will be no flux cutting action, no EMF in rotor conductors and no current in rotor bar conductors, and hence the no development of electromagnetic torque. Thus, the rotor of three-phase induction motor can never attain the synchronous speed. Therefore, the slip is never 0 in induction motor. Now next is equivalent circuit of three-phase induction motor. Here we can see the equivalent circuit of three-phase induction motor. Here R1 is winding resistance of stator, X1 is the inductance of stator winding, RC is the core loss component, XM is the magnetizing reactance of winding, and R2 by S is the power of rotor, which includes the output mechanical power and copper loss of rotor. An induction motor is well-known device which works on the principle of transformer. So it is also called the rotating transformer. That is when the voltage is applied to its stator, then as a result of electromagnetic induction, an EMF is induced in its rotor. The stator winding of induction motor can be worked as a primary, whereas the rotor is worked as a secondary. The equivalent circuit of any machine shows the various parameters of machine such as its ohmic loss and also the other losses. The losses are modeled just by inductor and resistor. The copper loss are occurred in the winding So the winding resistance is take into the account. Also, the winding has an inductance for which there is a voltage drop due to the inductive reactance, and also the term called the power factor comes into the picture. Now next is the equivalent circuit with refer to stator. Here all the other parameters are same except R2 dash is the rotor winding resistance with refer to stator winding. X2 dash is the rotor winding inductance with refer to stator winding, and R2 into 1 minus S divided by S is the resistance which shows the power which converted to mechanical power output or the useful power. Now next is torque equation of three-phase induction motor. The torque produced by three-phase induction motor depends upon three factors. The first one is magnitude of rotor current, second one is flux, and third one is the power factor of rotor of three-phase induction motor. So combining all these factors, we get the equation of torque as the torque is proportional to phi, I2 and cos theta 2, where the T is torque produced by induction motor, phi is a flux responsible for producing induced EMF, and I2 is rotor current, and cos theta 2 is the power factor of rotor circuit. Under running condition, the rotor EMF per phase, rotor reactance per phase and rotor frequency per phase are varies with slip. Here I again repeat, under the running condition, the rotor EMF per phase, rotor reactance per phase and the rotor frequency per phase are varies with slip. The rotor EMF per phase under the running condition will be S into E2, where S is equal to slip. The rotor reactance per phase under the running condition will be is equal to Sx2, and the rotor frequency per phase under the running condition will be is equal to Sfr. The flux phi produced by stator is proportional to stator EMF E1. So mathematically the flux phi is proportional to E1. We know that the transformation ratio K is defined as the ratio of secondary voltage to that of primary voltage. In case of induction motor, the secondary voltage is rotor voltage and the primary voltage is stator voltage. So the transformation ratio K is equal to E2 divided by E1, where the E1 is equal to phi because the E1 is proportional to phi. So K is equal to E2 divided by phi. Therefore, the E2 is also proportional to flux phi. Now the rotor current I2 is defined as the ratio of induced EMF at rotor side to the total impedance Z2 of rotor side. So mathematically the I2 is equal to SE2 divided by Z2, where S is equal to slip, E2 is induced EMF at rotor side and Z2 is equal to the total impedance of rotor side. Now the total impedance Z2 on rotor side is given by Z2 is equal to in square root R2 square plus Sx2 whole square, where the R2 is equal to rotor resistance per phase, S is equal to slip, X2 is equal to rotor reactance per phase at rotor side. Now putting this value in above current equation, we get I2 is equal to SE2 divided by in square root R2 square plus SX2 whole square. Now we know that the power factor is defined as the ratio of resistance to that of impedance. The power factor of the rotor circuit is cos theta 2 is equal to R2 divided by Z2, where R2 is equal to rotor resistance per phase and Z2 is equal to total impedance at rotor side. Therefore, the cos theta 2 is equal to R2 divided by in square root R2 square plus SX2 whole square. Now putting all these value in torque equation, we get the torque is proportional to E2 SE2 divided by in square root R2 square plus SX2 whole square into R2 divided by in square root R2 square plus SX2 whole square. Now combining the similar terms, we get the torque is proportional to SE2 square into R2 divided by in square root R2 square plus SX2 whole square. Now removing the proportionality constant, we get the T is equal to K SE2 square into R2 divided by in square root R2 square plus SX2 whole square, where the constant K is equal to 3 divided by 2 pi ns. So this equation is known as the torque equation of three-phase induction motor under the running condition. Now next is maximum torque under the running condition. The torque under the running condition is maximum at the value of slip which makes rotor reactance per phase is equal to the rotor resistance per phase. In other words, the developed torque is maximum when the rotor resistance per phase is equal to the rotor reactance per phase under the running condition. So mathematically, the R2 is equal to SX2, and this condition is known as the maximum torque condition under the running condition. Now next is frequently asked question in GTU exam. The first one is draw and explain the equivalent circuit of three-phase induction motor, and second one is derive the torque equation for three-phase induction motor. I hope you like this video. Thank you.